Victor Boniface, before now, he was poised to join Nassr in Saudi Arabia, but the final moments, it did not go through as, of course, Nassr have turned their attention to Aston Villa's Duran instead. Now, the Colombia striker was secured in a 77 million euro deal, including add-ons, which led to the cancellation of Boniface's move. And there have been talks about, some have said village people, some have said, is it that Boniface is not as better or more better than John Duran? But we were able to get quality time, of course, from international journalists, of course, OJB Sports. Ojora Babatunde joins us from Paris. And Ojora Babatunde, good afternoon to you, and thank you for joining.
Good afternoon, bonjour, and thank you for having me today, Yefimo. It's a pleasure joining you this afternoon.
All right, let's go straight to business. In the last 72 hours, Nigerians have brought out their calculators to calculate how much Victor Boniface would have earned in a year, over 20 billion naira a year. But sadly, it's not going to happen. I would like to get your thoughts on this. Is it about him not being good enough, or Nassr not valuing him enough, or the fact that maybe Bayer Leverkusen wants him to still stay, or village people?
Definitely, it's not the village people. And Boniface, speaking about Boniface, is good enough. I think he's even better than the offer, in my opinion. Boniface, we've seen him over the years, how the transfer, his market value has grown up from starting in Norway to Belgium to Germany, and now Nassr coming. It's a good thing that, he's even he was in the conversation about joining Nassr. He's a fantastic player, no doubt about that. But something about what we need to also look about when it comes to transfer and players moving, it's not about the players' interest now, the club interest. There's also a third-party interest that also needs to be considered. We've seen, the likes of Ronaldinho almost joined Manchester United before the deal, crashed. But Boniface, in his own, exclusively now, it's not even about the club or Nassr or Bayer Leverkusen. Now, personally, I don't think the young man wanted to leave in the first place. When the whole saga started, I can say boastfully that I'm the first person to tweet about him, that he will be joining Nassr last week, Monday or Tuesday, over 8 days ago. So we had a little conversation. I don't think the young man was ready to leave Germany. He's still young. He still want to win trophies in Europe. And he's he plays a key role in Xabi Alonso's team. Take it or leave it. He contributed a lot in Bayer Leverkusen winning the league and doing the double last season. So his heart is still in Europe. It's not about him not good enough. It's not about the club side not wanting to leave him. Even Leverkusen will be happy to, to cash out and such money. But I can say exclusively, the young man mind, his heart is still in Europe. And I think that's why the transfer didn't go through.
All right, but before I let you go, I want to ask, how do you think the club or the fans will perceive or receive Victor Boniface? Will he be welcomed open arms, or booed or jeered as the fact that he almost moved to Saudi Arabia?
The sporting director yesterday said Boniface will resume training, and he's a professional. I expect him to also resume training today. About the fans, Boniface has always been a fan favorite. Wherever he plays, from Norway to Belgium, now in Germany. I'm sure the fans also will understand. Also, although from the business angle, maybe Leverkusen would have cashed out the same way Hayes did when Antonio left for Manchester United. But Boniface still has a part to play, and the fans love him. We've seen some of the gestures and the things they did, but the fans still, with open hands, accept him.
Okay.
I'm sure he'll find his way, and he will settle with the fans in a bit.
All right, thank you very much, Ojora Babatunde, for your quality time. OJB Sports, we'll keep in touch with the story. Hopefully, we'll get to see more of you. Thank you very much for joining.
Thank you for having me.
All right, I'll come back to you, Okpolu Adebari. I mean, we almost saw one of the biggest Nigerian transfer after which player now? We've had a series of transfers for Nigerian players, but it would have been the next big thing to happen to Nigeria, but it did not happen. But what moral can we learn from this? I mean, is it to tidy our own side very well or project ourselves better towards, tying the knots when it comes to deals like this? Before we wrap up the show.
I think it was just unfortunate for Victor Boniface. I think Al Nassr just went for the better long-term option. Duran is younger, he's 21. He's got a rocket of a left-foot shot. And I think he's just in better form compared to Victor Boniface. I think Victor Boniface just wanted the big money move. Same thing with Bayer Leverkusen. That's why they were open to selling him. But obviously, it didn't work out because Aston Villa eventually bulged.
All right.
And they sold Duran, who even just signed a 5-year contract extension just a couple of weeks ago. So that's the world of football for you.
All right, okay.
Price. And it's about preference at the end of the day as well.
All right, thank you very much, Okwelu Adebari. We hope we could even take the conversation even longer, but time is now a friend. We have to just end the show here. But I want to say a big thank you to you for coming through on In the Game today.